Friedrich Wilhelm Nietzsche, German philosopher, cultural critic and philologist whose work has exerted a profound influence on modern intellectual history. He who has a why to live can bear almost any how. Whoever fights monsters should see to it that in the process he does not become a monster. And if you gaze long enough into an abyss, the abyss will gaze back into you. To live is to suffer, to survive is to find some meaning in the suffering. That which does not kill us makes us stronger. One must still have chaos in oneself to be able to give birth to a dancing star. Hope and reality is the worst of all evils because it prolongs the torments of man. He who would learn to fly one day must first learn to stand and walk and run and climb and dance. One cannot fly into flying. We love life, not because we are used to living, but because we are used to loving. Without music, life would be a mistake. It is not a lack of love, but a lack of friendship that makes unhappy marriages. We should consider every day lost on which we have not danced at least once. And we should call every truth false which was not accompanied by at least one laugh. There is always some madness in love. But there is also always some reason in madness. The true man wants two things, danger and play. For that reason he wants woman as the most dangerous plaything. There are no facts, only interpretations. When you look into an abyss, the abyss also looks into you. God is dead. God remains dead. And we have killed him. Yet his shadow still looms. How shall we comfort ourselves, the murderers of all murderers? What was holiest and mightiest of all that the world has yet owned has bled to death under our knives? Who will wipe this blood off us? What water is there for us to clean ourselves? There is more wisdom in your body than in your deepest philosophy. All things are subject to interpretation. Whichever interpretation prevails at a given time is a function of power and not truth. The future influences the present just as much as the past. In individuals, insanity is rare, but in groups, parties, nations and epochs, it is the rule. Madness is rare in individuals, but in groups, parties, nations, and ages it is the rule. On the mountains of truth you can never climb in vain. Either you will reach a point higher up today, or you will be training your powers so that you will be able to climb higher tomorrow. In every real man a child is hidden that wants to play. The man of knowledge must be able not only to love his enemies, but also to hate his friends. You have your way. I have my way. As for the right way, the correct way, and the only way, it does not exist. The essence of all beautiful art, all great art, is gratitude. All truly great thoughts are conceived by walking. Thoughts are the shadows of our feelings, always darker, emptier, and simpler. The irrationality of a thing is no argument against its existence, rather a condition of it. It is impossible to suffer without making someone pay for it. Every complaint already contains revenge. Faith, not wanting to know what is true. Ah, women! They make the highs higher and the lows more frequent. In heaven, all the interesting people are missing. Blessed are the forgetful, for they get the better even of their blunders. The surest way to corrupt a youth is to instruct him to hold in higher esteem those who think alike than those who think differently. A casual stroll through the lunatic asylum shows that faith does not prove anything. Convictions are more dangerous foes of truth than lies. We have art in order not to die of the truth. There cannot be a God, because if there were one, I could not believe that I was not he. The best weapon against an enemy is another enemy. Perhaps I know best why it is man alone who laughs. He alone suffers so deeply that he had to invent laughter. Woman was God's second mistake. Many are stubborn in pursuit of the path they have chosen, few in pursuit of the goal. When one has not had a good father, one must create one. There are various eyes. Even the Sphinx has eyes, and as a result there are various truths, and as a result there is no truth. Women are considered deep. Why? Because one can never discover any bottom to them. Women are not even shallow. Let us beware of saying that death is the opposite of life. The living being is only a species of the dead, and a very rare species. The most common lie is that which one lies to himself. Lying to others is relatively an exception. Insanity in individuals is something rare, but in groups, parties, nations, and epochs, it is the rule. Love is blind, friendship closes its eyes. Whenever I climb, I am followed by a dog called Ego. Fear is the mother of morality. Whatever is done for love always occurs beyond good and evil. One should die proudly when it is no longer possible to live proudly. A woman may very well form a friendship with a man, but for this to endure, it must be assisted by a little physical antipathy. To forget one's purpose is the commonest form of stupidity. It is my ambition to say in 10 sentences what others say in a whole book. Morality is the herd instinct in the individual. When marrying, ask yourself this question: do you believe that you will be able to converse well with this person into your old age? Everything else in marriage is transitory. For the woman, the man is a means, the end is always the child. Those who cannot understand how to put their thoughts on ice should not enter into the heat of debate. We often refuse to accept an idea merely because the tone of voice in which it has been expressed is unsympathetic to us. What is great in man is that he is a bridge and not a goal. Talking much about oneself can also be a means to conceal oneself. Not necessity, not desire, no, the love of power is the demon of men. Let them have everything: health, food, a place to live, entertainment. They are and remain unhappy and low-spirited, for the demon waits and will be satisfied. I cannot believe in a God who wants to be praised all the time. Sleeping is no mean art, for its sake one must stay awake all day. The great epics of our life are the occasions when we gain the courage to rebaptize our evil qualities as our best qualities. Wit is the epitaph of an emotion. After coming into contact with a religious man, I always feel I must wash my hands. Whoever despises himself nonetheless respects himself as one who despises. The world itself is the will to power and nothing else. And you yourself are the will to power and nothing else. One ought to hold on to one's heart, for if one lets it go, one soon loses control of the head too. Evil men have no songs. How is it that the Russians have songs?